Hello. Wow. I feel like I haven't done this for ages because I had a gap. Oh, one moment. I had to just change my glasses because I can't see you. I know I can't see you anyway, but it's, it's the thing. Anyway, I had a day off yesterday and it was blissful. So that means I'm actually going to do 3 days today. Let's see if we can get it done. I'm just going to go straight into it. Day 40 was Friday. So this is the vlog for day 40, 41 and 42. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today, 40, 41, 42 is day 43. Another record for Martine. So let's do the vlog for Friday, the 15th of March, 2024. Okay, 7 hours sleep, coffee and cream, and some bacon. I've estimated, I'll just show you what I've tried to do is estimate the fat next to each thing, because I've just done a bit of, I use MyFitnessPal, done a bit of MyFitnessPal and getting my best understanding of, what's what. Okay, this is what I'm having right now. This is my fat trimmings. I'm just about to put a video up. Fat trimmings. I'm telling you, they are next level. Like the crunchy, crispy, delicious goodness. I know. I shouldn't eat while I'm doing this. I know. This is my breakfast. How much cheaper is that? Anyway, let's get to it. So, coffee and cream and some bacon. Then I had an Angus beef patty with some salt. I'm one of those that needs to keep adding salt. Because the precious husband bought me some 2 beef patties home. All right, then I had a coffee tallow, 2 vanilla tallows. I've broken a nail again. I've got to fix it. And I had a beef bowl of steak strips and strip steak. That makes sense, doesn't it? I think steak strips, and I think that was the skirt steak. And then for dinner I had a porterhouse steak and 2 more vanilla pucks. And my total fat for the day was 120 grams. Tick. Well done, Martine. All right, let's go to Saturday. Saturday, day 41. I had a coffee puck in the morning. I've got 16 grams. So that's either 2 vanillas or a coffee. I'm not sure. I will check the photos or the videos. And then I actually had a porterhouse steak cut into strips in the air fryer. I will show you. Delicious. I had a coffee with some cream in it. Then I had a chuck bowl, a chuck roast beef bowl. I'm enjoying those. Then I had 2 more coffee pucks and some beef crackle, because I think that was the day I prepped the beef fat trimmings that I got from the butcher. I've just been editing a video that I'll put up. And then late at night, I just kept thinking about food. And, I kept thinking over and over and over, what can I eat? What can I eat? And when I get like that, what I'm learning about myself is that I haven't had enough to switch off that space, right? So what that means to me, the way I'm interpreting it right now, is that I need more fat and more beef. So what I did is, and I would have loved a little muffin cake. I make really great muffins and keto desserts. I've got a whole repertoire of them. But that savoury biscuit that I made a while back, when I batch make, I freeze portions, because obviously with VSG surgery, I can't eat a lot in a meal anyway. And so it's just a waste otherwise. So I portion up. So I've got this savoury biscuit. I'm calling it a biscuit because it's very dense. I used chicken flour and pork rinds. And I'm perfecting a recipe right now with a combination of two, because it's just too porky for me, just straight pork rinds. I'm just working that out without other flavours in it. Anyway, it depends what you add to it, right? I had some of that and I had some butter. I know. It doesn't agree with me, but it is delicious, and I just needed to get some fat, and that's what I came up with. So that was it. All right, then that was day 41, and I did get 7 hours sleep. And then how many hours sleep did I get? Day 42, which was Sunday, yesterday. Today's Monday. Yesterday, because today's day 43. And this is my water, because I've already had my coffee for the morning. See, can you see all the ice? Just going to have a sip. Because when you're eating fatty beef, or just fatty fat with salt on it, you need to drink water. Oh, did I tell you that I had 198 grams of fat on Saturday? Day 41, that was 198 grams of fat. And so then yesterday, I actually typed it yesterday, because I was typing it on my phone, on my Remarkable app. I typed it on my phone. So it was really cool. I woke up, had coffee and cream. And then I had another coffee with some nut pod milk, the last of my nut pod milk that I've got. I did import it from the US. Yep. That's how much I love the vanilla nut pod milk. But that was a while ago, and that is the last of them. Then I had a coffee tallow. Oh my gosh. Then I had flank and ribs. Oh my gosh. Steak and butter girl, I just love you. You are amazing. And I'd heard of them, I think, but she has them so much that you see them over and over again when you're watching her content. And I'm like, oh, my son loves Asian things. He was an exchange student to Japan. He won actually a scholarship, like a scholarship to go over there. What do you call it when you swap? When you swap over. Then he went by himself and studied, once he started uni, and when he was studying languages, and he went over and stayed and lived there for a while. And he's just, knows the language and all of that, and he's a really good cook, like everyone in our family. Sorry, my notes have changed around. And so he goes to the Korean shop and the Japanese shop and Asian shops a lot. And they are the ones really that do that flank and cut really well. So it's just ribs. So you've got the ribs all here. And normally a butcher cuts down and gives you a set of ribs, right? A flank and cut is when the butcher cuts it this way, slices this way, and you get this cross section of all that fatty beef, and then you've sort of got the bones, like tiny little slithers of bones, because it's cut on the bias. Wow. So I successfully cooked them. I've cooked them once or twice before and didn't find them as tender as Bella talks about. But then yesterday what I did I write it down here? I literally did 2 minutes on each side. 2 minutes in my Ninja air fryer. How fast? Hot and fast. We're calling that. I laid them out, I had a bit of salt on them, 2 minutes. On air fryer setting, I'm pretty sure I did it on 240, but I'll check. Turned it over, 2 minutes. Sat down, highlight of my day. Oh, actually, it was the highlight of my day until the son came home and said, Mum, would you like salmon for tea? And I went, sure. He'd bought some salmon. He'd cooked it once before, and he'd put an Asian dressing and made it with other stuff, and he'd given me a bite of the salmon, and it was delicious. So he said to me, I'll cook a few one night. Anyway, so he cooked us both a fillet of salmon, and I don't know what he had with his, and he put a sort of like a spice basting on the top of whatever he made, dashi, mirin, probably fish sauce. I don't know what he put in the marinade, which is, he didn't put sugar or anything, just that. And there was a little bit of that you could sort of see on top of the salmon. I'll show you the salmon. Well, and he baked it in the oven. It was heavenly. And what made that the best meal of the day is that Sam cooked it for me, of course. So I had that salmon, and then my husband and I, it's Survivor Grand Final week, Survivor Australia Grand Final week here, and so we had the first of the finale, like it's down to the last 5, and so I cooked. I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have some of this. Yes. So I'm sort of doing them in 250 gram bags, which is half a pound. And I am, because I want to work out how much fat's in it. That's why I'm weighing and measuring it right now so that I know. And plus, you learn sort of sizings, right? Portion control. I do think it's important. I know there's a conversation around, don't measure anything, eat until you're full. And whilst that is a truth, I don't think it is the whole truth, because I think there's so many different body types. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was my Etsy shop, if you heard that. There's so many different body types and like I've got several comorbidities, and it's just different for me. I know we would love in an idealistic world, it would be great if I could just eat meat and fat and lose weight and heal all my bodily things, but that's just not realistic. I used to think it was, but it's not realistic, because I've done I've done keto for years, and I don't lose weight on keto. And now that I've discovered lipedema and I understand it's a fat disorder, and my body deals with the adipose tissue differently, and it's, I don't know, there's fat trapped in scar tissue and all sorts of stuff going on. So I'm still creeping up on it slowly to learn about it. But it does explain a lot of diligently sticking to routines and protocols and not getting the results that other people get. So, and only you know that for yourself, right? You only know how well you stick to something and whether you do or don't get results. Anyway, I digress. So I worked out 250 gram bags. This is what I've worked out. I wrote it down. I poured off about half a cup of liquid tallow after air frying that fat. That is not the beef fat mix. It is the pure fat mix. So there's a video. I'll put the thumbnail here to show you. You can go and have a look. It's called Prepping Fat Trimmings. Sorry, I just did it this morning. Excuse me. And I separated the last batch I got 5 to 6 kilos, something like this, about 5 kilos, I think. I prepped it into 2 bowls, a fat bowl and a fat and beef bowl. And I'm quite particular how I separate that out. And I sped it up so that it's easy to watch. But in a 250 gram bag, I get about a half a cup of liquid gold that I pour into a jug. At the moment, I've just got a jug. Most of the times I have a jar, but at the moment I've just got a jug. And then of what's left, so that's 250 grams, 125 mils is probably 125 grams, excuse me. What's left, half of that I reckon would be fat, and half of that is, this was a bigger bowl, obviously, but this was 250 grams, and I poured off half a cup of fat, 125 grams, that's half the weight of it, already poured off and into the fat jar, the drippings jar. Now, this is collagen. This is collagen and, connective tissue and all the good stuff. That has weight too, right? So I can't count that as fat, but there is fat all interwoven into it. So I'm doing my best guess. My best guess is out of that 125 grams that's left, I'm putting 60 grams. Oh, I've gone 60 and 60, but 60 and 65. I'm putting 60 grams of fat and say 65 grams of collagen. So I'm just guessing out of that 250 grams, I am getting 60 grams of fat. And I'm making it a note because of the day. So that was what I had last night as a lovely treat snack as we watched Survivor and then the jury villa. And I won't tell you who got out, just in case you haven't watched it all yet and you're going to go and watch it. And so that was absolutely delicious. And then I was good after that. I didn't even think about food anymore. It's interesting. This is, again, I'm observing as I go. So my total of fat yesterday, 13 minutes, 14 minutes for 3 days. My total yesterday was 217 grams of fat. Now, if you've seen any of my other vlogs in the last week, you will know that my goal is to get to 100 grams of fat a day this month in March. So I know that that's 217 grams was the ultimate goal. So in April, my goal is to get to 200 grams a day, because that's what a lot of people say is the figure. I do know that with these numbers, everybody has their own number. That is something I've learned. So I learned that through magnesium. And how much magnesium you take in a day really depends on your body, how much stress you have, how much your muscles need it. Like there's lots of things your body uses magnesium for, your brain, all the connective tissue, your nervous system, like there's a lot. So I could take, like I was taking 700 grams, 7 of the magnesium tablets. I buy from IHERB a lot, so mine were the Doctor's Best, and it's up there. I won't grab it now, but and I think there are 100 grams of magnesium in a tablet, and it's chelated magnesium. So I was taking 7 a day, and I would take 2 in the morning if I was feeling, because I've had adrenal fatigue and stuff, and so I went through a period where I was, feeling shaky in the morning, like, and I'm not that sort of a person, not anxious. I'm not that sort of a person, but I went through a whole season of that. So sometimes I would take 2. 2 wouldn't even make me feel drowsy. My husband takes 1 and he's like, you've got to find your own number. So I've got to find my own number with fat as well. And I know that. So I thought if I can work up to the 200 grams and then work out what to do after that. With this caveat, I am doing this to see if it's going to improve my hormones, which in turn will help my weight loss, right? I'm still looking for the right formula for me for weight loss, because I've had VSG surgery. I had a lap band before that. I had VSG surgery. I've done, feels like so many things. Anyway, so yes, I think that's the end of the 3 days. I'm giving myself, I'm not going to weigh myself. I'm not sure whether I'm going to weigh myself at 90 days or not. It's a little bit exciting, a little bit scary. I know I have to weigh myself eventually. well, I suppose I don't, but I think I want to. I'm looking, my clothes do feel a little bit better, but marginally. I do think things have redistributed a little. But then you get used to things so quick, Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Otherwise, I will just keep talking. We know this about me, don't we? Thank you for watching. I would love you to like and subscribe. It really helps. It really helps me. I'd love to be able to just share my experience with those that are beginning and just need to gather information. So I would really love it if you would, share, subscribe, like, all the things. And it's day 43 today, so I will probably do a Monday, Tuesday vlog. I'll probably go back to 2 days, but we will see. Anyway, I will see you here tomorrow because I will have a recipe video going up, so stay tuned. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.